Imagine being just a teenager, living a simple life, and suddenly feeling called to change the course of history. That was Joan of Arc, a girl from a small French village who would rise to lead armies, inspire a nation, and face death for her beliefs. Today we will walk through her life, her courage, and her tragic fate. Joan was born in 1412 in Domremy, a small village in northeastern France. She was the daughter of peasants living a humble life. Her childhood was ordinary, filled with work in fields and the local church. But around the age of 13, Joan began to hear voices, what she describes as saints speaking to her. They told her she had a divine mission to help France and support its rightful king Charles VII. At that time, France was in chaos. The 100 Years' War was raging and much of the country was under English control. Despite being just a young girl, Joan decided to act on these visions. She claimed she was sent by God to guide Charles VII to his coronation. Many doubted her. How could a teenager lead armies and advise kings? Yet Joan was determined. She traveled through dangerous territories to reach Charles. She convinced him of her sincerity and was allowed to accompany an army to the besieged city of Orleans. Joan quickly became a symbol of hope. She inspired soldiers with her courage and faith. The siege of Orleans was her most famous achievement. Under her guidance, the French forces broke the siege, turning the tide of the war. She wore armor, carried a banner, and refused to wield a sword unless necessary. Despite her youth and experience, she made bold decisions and showed incredible leadership. People began calling her the Maid of Orleans. Her victories lifted French morale and gave hope to a nation under occupation. After Orleans, Joan continued to guide Charles VII to Reims Cathedral, where he was crowned King of France. This was a major turning point in the 100 Years' War. Joan had fulfilled the mission she claimed God gave her. Her faith and determination had changed the course of history, yet her work was far from over and danger was still around the corner. In 1430, Joan was captured by the Burgundians, allies of the English. She was imprisoned in Rouen and put on trial. The trial was politically motivated, meant to discredit her and Charles VII. She was charged with heresy and cross-dressing because she wore men's armor. The trial was harsh. She faced threats, manipulations, and intimidation. But Joan remained steadfast in her beliefs. She refused to abandon her mission on her faith, even under pressure. In 1431, at the age of 19, Joan was sentenced to death. She was burned at the stake in Rouen. Her courage in the face of death was remarkable. Despite the flames, she remained composed and faithful. Her death caused outrage and later led to a retrial, which declared her innocent. Eventually, she was canonized as a saint in 1920, and her story has inspired countless of people for centuries. Joan of Arc's story reminds us that courage and conviction can come from the most unexpected places. A simple girl from a small village became a hero, a leader, and a symbol of hope for generations. Her life may have been short, but her impact remains eternal. If you liked my video, please subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you.